As embarrassed as I was, like, I couldn't even believe it. I was horrified that they reached out to me. You were loving life, Nikki? Yes, you are. Well, as you can see, we finally got our snow. I mean, look at this. Look at the snow hanging off these branches. That's friggin' awesome. It's kind of a wet, heavy snow. It's like snowman snow. Figured, let's get out here. Just started snowing. Let's have ourselves a good time. It really is amazing how much snow can just transform your environment. This is like pure magic. First time for snow in this area. Look at this. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Look at that snow just weighing down the branches. Everything looks just so beautiful and clean. Wow. Look at this. Whew. Did you love that sound? Crunch. Whoa. I think I'm definitely going to have to set up a tarp. Whew. Alright, so I just got up to my spot, basically in a semi-local woodland, and it looks like I have this whole entire place to myself. I don't know what it is. Nobody comes out when it's weather like this. You kidding me? When I get a chance and it's like this, I'm like, let's go. All right, so what the plan is for today is the snow is like a little sleety at the moment, so I am going to set up a tarp. We're going to get under there. We're just going to clear it out. We're going to make some good food. And yeah, we're just going to hang out, have a good time, do a little talkie and enjoy the weather. I appreciate you coming with me today. Let's set up. So I think I'm going to hang the tarp from that tree to this tree right here, or maybe this tree right here. We'll see. But yeah, I think these two trees right here. Just going to get a ridge line. Hi, puppy. You don't have to put him on a leash. That's all right. I think I've seen him before. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi. I know, huh? What's your name? Hi. What's his name? Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Wow. You were loving life, Nikki? Yes, you are. I don't know how much you can see right here, but I'm not going to set up like a huge high tarp. I'm going to set it fairly low. Hug a tree. Make sure you hug the tree first. We're going to set this low. Okay. Ooh. All right. Just roll that through there. And we'll go to the other side. Just up, over, and around. Yank it tight. And then back around. All right, so as you can see, I have the ridge line set up. I do keep prusik knots connected to my ridge line, as you can see, right there. And then I just wrapped it around the tree, rolled it over on itself, pulled it really tight, yanked it back around the tree, and secured it with a bite and just pulled it through, almost like a quick release. And then I'll neaten up all this extra line. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. First, I'll neaten up that extra guy line, or extra ridge line rather. All right, so that's good enough. And we'll just tuck that right there. And that's fine. All right, let me find some wood. Strong enough toggles to use. Been meaning to get out the free soldier. I haven't used the free soldier in a while. But yeah, I'm gonna use this camo one. Cheap and effective Amazon find. Stakes. Right up and over. Connect this little loopy thing, this little prusik knot right in there. I don't really like using clips and tensioners, so I just use the wood toggle. That's what I like, what works for me. All right. Nice. All right, get in there. Nice, good height. I'm not trying to make it really big, just enough to get under and get some shelter from this wet sleet and snow. So I'm just going to guy out the rest of this and do what I got to do, and I will meet you on the inside once we get all that done. We've all seen enough tarps being hung and pounded into the ground with the stakes and everything. So guys, I will bring you back in a moment. Yeah, I'd say this is about a good height right here. Get my stuff all set up. Should have brought a ground sheet for like underneath the tarp, but honestly, I can just brush it aside. Going real simple today. Using the table by iClimb, just a small little table put together, not really a big deal. Low profile. I happen to love it. Been using it for years. And when I want to just keep things simple, nope, I use this. Wow, so this is the first snow for my area. I know people have already seen snow, but for my area, this is the first real snow that we've had. So I just couldn't wait to get out here. And what am I doing? All right, that goes that way, this goes this way. All right. Bam. Put that right there. So I'm just gonna get finished setting up here, take everything out that I want to take out that we're gonna use, and I'll just bring you back in a moment. So thank you for joining me today. Some water. Frying pan, yes, we're gonna need that. Gonna need that. Cutting board. Coffee. Stove. Today I'm using, and I love the stove, I haven't used it in a while. I think the last time I used this, I cooked a big, huge ribeye. But yeah, Star X2 Pro, multi-purpose. I love this stove. So that's what we're using today for everything we're cooking, drinking, using. And the food, which I'll get into in a moment. Looking for my fork. Don't know where it is. All right, here we go. All right. See what the temperature is. 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're at 33 degrees Fahrenheit. We're basically set up here. What I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to just, before I get too comfortable and making myself a cup of coffee, I need a hot drink. And I'm not going to bring you through that whole process, but I am going to make a cup of coffee. I'll just quickly bring you around and show you what we have for a setup by way of the tarp. And we'll do that now. So as you can see, I just used my trekking pole, wrapped the guy line around it a couple of times, tensioner, and then into the ground right there. Pretty basic, just have it, brought down on each sides to basically just create this little A-type frame. And on the back, just pulled out on the two corners only, as you can see right there. And right there, so that's the back right there. Looks pretty nice. And so yeah, just gonna get a cup of coffee on and kind of chill and enjoy this snowy day. This is awesome. The snow is actually coming down pretty good right now. You might be able to hear it against the tarp. Yeah, you can just kind of hear that little pit. I only have one glove. If you're like, what's going on? I only have one glove. I figured this is going to be my operating hand, and to combat being, cold fingers, I'm using these little little hand warmers that I just keep on the lowest setting in my pocket. So if I ever need to just warm up my hand real quick, just kind of stick my hand in my pocket. So I wanted to try something that I saw. I wasn't aware that Spam had all these flavors. I knew they had a bunch of different flavors, but I wasn't aware, or maybe I was aware and I just don't remember. But Korean barbecue. So I figured we're going to try that today. We're going to fry that up and fry it also with the Korean barbecue cup of noodles right there. So we're going to try that for lunch. And we're going to cook that up on the Firemaple Star X2 Pro. Like I said, I really happen to like the stove, and we'll get into that in a second. I've already done a review on it. I'm not doing any kind of a review on it. I love it. It works great, and for all intents and purposes, it's gonna do me well as far as making a cup of coffee. Then we're gonna use the frying pan on it, and yeah. But right now, I am gonna get a cup of coffee on. Oh no! Did I bring my filter? I don't know if I brought my coffee filter. Oh shit, did I? Hold on a second. I'm not sure if I brought my coffee filter. Let me just double check and see if I put it in the actual stove part itself. Why does everybody, when they're going out, they always forget something? It just happens. I hope it's in here. God, I really do hope it's in here. Please be in here. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. We have, all right, my coffee filter, because we're not doing instant. All right, good. I'm excited. I was like in panic mode for a second. I was like, oh, no. All right. Okay. So I just also wanted to tell you or show you the chair I'm using today. And there's a reason why I'm going to tell you. This is the little carrier pouch that it comes in. And this is the chair. I always get a lot of questions about this chair. It folds down to pretty much nothing. It's not like the most ultralight, but it is fairly light. And I got this at a military surplus store. So, you know, check your local surplus stores, military stores. You never know what you can find. But yeah, I love it. It's strong. And when I don't want to bring like a regular camp chair, this works just fine for me. So enough flapping my gums. Let's get a cup of coffee on. Okay. I purposely have this tarp low. It's not really windy or anything like that, but just for sitting under here and doing this lunch, it's gonna work. Okay. This just attaches right onto the gas canister. I could use the pot support, but since I have it on a flat base, I'm not even going to worry about it. All right, so I guess I'm just going to fire up the stove and get everything ready to go. Honestly, I have to shut that off right now to make my cup of coffee because this boiled up so much faster than I can even get the coffee made. So we're gonna set that aside and just calm down a little bit. Okay. I feel like I'm all lopsided here. Sorry, I got the camera sort of tilted a certain way. Okay, my fingers don't want to work. Sorry. Oh, we're getting in here. Open up the coffee. Hold on, I gotta get a knife. Oh, this smells so good. I've just been on this kick to where I've been getting this coffee. This is Dollar Tree coffee, branded by, it's a Jim Beam. It's Jim Beam bourbon vanilla. I think I mentioned before, it doesn't really have a strong vanilla taste. It just tastes like a really good, strong cup of coffee, really rich. And if that's a good way to sample coffees, if you don't want to spend the money because coffee costs an arm and a leg. Okay. A little Dollar Tree action. I don't know if I have anything to seal this up. Actually, I think I do. These are those, these are those. The dog poop bags. These are like usually 60 on a roll, but I use them for trash bags because there's 60 on a roll for $1.25, and they come in handy for trash and different little things. So I know there's not going to be coffee grounds like all over the place in my bag. This is beautiful though. Like the view of the trees all covered with the snow. It really is special. This boils like extremely fast. I mean, I'm not trying to sell you or anything, but if you are interested in anything Firemaple, you can go to firemaplegear.com. Whatever you like there. It doesn't have to be this. It can be anything. Use Marlo 10 at checkout and save some. Oh my! I think my water's done. Jeez. Sorry, guys. But yeah, if you want to use Marlo 10 at checkout, feel free. I could have taken this off the pot, but I'm just gonna do that. All right, I'll take it off. Smells amazing, smells amazing. Perfect, just enough water. can move this to the side. But yeah, this is the Star X2 Pro right there. I love this thing, and you'll be seeing me use it in a little bit for dinner. Like I said, the last time I used it, we cooked a big old fat ribeye, and it was, oh, I can still taste it. It was amazing. Okay, so let's get this coffee off of here. Let that sit there and drain. Got a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sugar. I hear you, birds. And no day camp would be complete without an airplane flying overhead. All right, let's try this coffee. 32 degrees, it's snowing, and we're out here enjoying the day. Cheers, guys. Thank you for joining me. See how this coffee is. Liquid life. That's what this is. Liquid life right here. Yeah. So guys, I'm just gonna sit and chill, look at this amazing scenery, drink this coffee, and for any new subs that are here, I appreciate you coming. I know last week we were doing a couple weeks ago we were doing like an abandoned type of hiking, and we found that Boy Scout retreat, which was amazing. What's amazing is the response to that. I'm like beyond grateful and touched at like so many people decided to tune into that. I don't know. It just kind of had a life of its own, and I was honestly like really humbled. I'm like, whoa. But I appreciate everyone who checked in for that, and that's what this channel is. It's basically anything to do with hiking and camping. Sometimes we do some product reviews, we do abandoned explores, and we just do whatever we feel like doing here. There is no like set in stone line of content, I guess. As long as it's outdoor related and it's somewhere I can bring you along that I think might be interesting, then that's what we're going to do. I'd like to do camping as much as I possibly can, but sometimes it's not really feasible to do that. Last week I was a little under the weather, so now we're getting back out and doing that. And I saw the snow today, and I was just like, yeah, we got to get on out there. And we're lucky it's not windy. So the only thing windy here is me. But I'm going to drink this coffee, guys. I'll just bring you back when we decide to do some lunch. So thank you for coming with me today. Nice.
The earth gives us breath, born of the silence. We walk into death. All we are is bound to the ground. Moments fade, but the circle goes round. So live your days in the light you find. Love and lose, but leave no time behind.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, as you can see right there, and I'm going to get lunch going. What I'm going to do is just boil up some water first. I have this stir fry Korean barbecue right there that I'm going to, I'm going to soak it and let it do its thing, but I'm also going to add it into the Korean barbecue Spam. Like, I don't know what it's going to taste like. I'm not too sure if I'm a huge fan of Korean barbecue anything. So, And I probably should know this stuff, so I am part Korean. Who knew? Never had the barbecue, what can I say? But yeah, so I'm gonna just get some water. I'm gonna get some water boiling, and we're gonna get this lunch ready. So hopefully it's good. I didn't bring any butter or anything for the frying pan, so I'm hoping there's enough grease in the Korean barbecue Spam to do the job. Right now I'm just going to boil some water and put that into the noodles so they can just sit aside for a few minutes and do its thing, because I'm going to end up adding them back into the frying pan anyway, so they will get hot if they happen to get cold while they're sitting out. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Gonna finish my coffee, and I'll see you back in a moment. All right. I'm just about done with my coffee, so I'm gonna ditch that. But I think what I'm gonna do is, once this is steeping, and just to keep it warm so it does its thing, I'm gonna put it right in this little GSI Outdoors mug koozie. So I'll do that. All right, we're gonna put that in there. I'm gonna sit that aside. There we go. We'll see how that rehydrates. Set that over there. So this stove has this little piece right here that goes on top, so you can actually put a pot or a frying pan or whatever it is that you want to use. So we're going to put that on there right now. Just fits right on there, as you see, right there. And that gives you a nice solid base to put your Firemaple pan on. All right, let's see how this is. I just got to stir this up. I mean, it smells all right. Just stir that up a little bit. And then when it comes down to it, after I fry up the Spam, the Korean barbecue Spam, we're going to drain some of this liquid. There really isn't too much liquid. It kind of sucked it up. And then put that all together. So there's that. And this is the Spam. Korean barbecue flavor. Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried any other flavor besides the regular Spam? Do you even eat Spam? Some people don't. That's okay. All right, now I'm not... Smells all right. It kind of has like a smoky flavor. Good way to slice it is just bring it out of the can. Just run your knife right down the side and you can kind of gauge the slice thicknesses, or the thickness of the slices. So I'm only going to have 2. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to save the rest. Them Spam slices in there. Look at that. It's got like grill marks on it and everything already from this pan. It smells amazing. Oh, did I bring a plate? No. We're gonna have to eat it out of the pan because I didn't bring a plate. Oh yeah. Look at that. It smells nice. Smells all nice. Woo! Out here in the snow. Yeah, I think it's time to add the noodles. What do you think? Yeah, all right, we'll add the noodles. Doesn't look too bad, right? Oh my god. I'm basically just heating up the noodles. What do you think? I'd say that's about done. I'd say that's about done. That's good. About ready to try this out. Whew, it is chilling. It is chilling. Yeah, I just wanted to be able to come out here and enjoy the snow. I was going to go for like this big, long, epic hike, and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like it. I just want to go out and cook something in the woods, and this is what we got going on. All right, let's try it out. Get a little bit of noodle, get a little bit of the Spam together. I wish we had smell-o-vision. This thing is amazing. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. All right, here we go. It's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. I've never tried, like, I don't even think I've actually really tried authentic Korean barbecue. Yeah, I'm not a very good Korean, am I? But this tastes, for the Spam, it's got like a smoky flavor. Let me just try it on its own. I like it. This is good. Oh yeah. And then afterwards, I'm done to clean the pan. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in it and just kind of throw it over the heat. Just kind of loosen up anything that might be stuck on the pan, but nothing looks like it was really stuck on the pan, so we'll see. Oh my god. Cheap and easy. Right here. You know, I mean, it is nice to go out and cook like a nice meal when you go camping, but sometimes you just want to get right to it, and this is amazing. It's hot. It's got a good flavor. So flavor. Really good. Oh yeah, and it's nice and hot. It's warming me up. I'm gonna wolf this down. This is actually better than I thought it was gonna be. Mm-hmm. Mm. It really is delicious. I'd almost say try this. It's really good. Mm. I love this actually. I'd make this at home. You know, I'd probably, if I was going to make this at home, I'd probably like throw like some peas in it, maybe a little bit of onion. I mean, this is really, really flavorful. What's your go-to meal for camping? Like, what do you like to bring out? I'm not talking like big old elaborate meals or anything like that. No, there's a time and a place for that. But what's your like quick go-to, feel good, hearty, hot, flavorful? Like, what do you bring? Let me know down in the comments. Maybe I'll try something that you're making. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sorry to talk with my mouth full, guys. This is amazing. I'm gonna finish this, you know, maybe off camera, so you don't have to see me like plow through this in a not so ladylike fashion. Oh my God. But yeah, this was just a quick little get out and enjoy the weather. This is the first snow from my area, so that's why I just wanted to bring you guys out with me and just kind of hang out in the woods. I wanted to thank you for the response I got on that last video. It was almost intimidating, to tell you the truth. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I can't put anything out that's going to make, you know, that same, but you know what, you can't worry about views and all that kind of stuff. You know, if you're doing this kind of stuff, just go out and have fun. Be you. Don't be so scripted, and that's it. And just have fun. This is just a good way to document, you know, later on in life, when you may not be able to get out, you can kind of watch back and kind of relive those moments. And that's all this is. It's just enjoying the moments, and that's what we're doing today. So before it gets cold, I'm going to get less winded and finish my lunch. I'll talk to you in a few. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that was so amazing. I can't even believe how good that was. Now I'm just kind of doing my dishes. So that's what I'm doing right here. Scraping down any kind of bits that might be stuck to the bottom of the pan. There's only a little bit. And this just cleans it up a little bit until I can get home and properly clean it. But I've never had anything stick so bad to where I couldn't get it clean. So that's good. Okay, woodland creatures. Here's your soup. If you need to scrub anything up out of your pan, I mean, feel free. You could always use the woodland itself, as I'll show you. But I've been doing this forever, you know, and it just works. Whatever you have around, you need to scrub. It works. And until, obviously, your next time you're going to use it, then just kind of wipe it down. And it's good as new. And it's as good as new. That's not really a burn. That'll come clean, but it's not greasy in my backpack. So yeah, but that was so good. But I have to tell you something kind of embarrassing. Whew, it's getting cold. But yeah, speaking of Firemaple and stoves, like today like I said, I happen to be using the Firemaple Star X2 Pro. I love this. Just recently, if you watched my last car camping adventure, I had a little bit of an issue with the world's lightest titanium stove by Firemaple. Somehow, some way, it locked up and I couldn't use it. And as you know, I was kind of reactionary, all right? I was kind of reactionary and was like, oh, I threw it out, all right? I threw it out. So a couple days later, apparently Firemaple saw that video. Yeah, excuse me. Talking about being horrified. I was like, what? So yeah, Firemaple saw the video. They saw what I did and everything and threw it out. I was completely horrified. And they emailed me. And they asked me what was wrong. They said it was too bad that I had thrown it away, because if I didn't, they would have wanted me to send it to them so they could study what happened and then go forth and make improvements or find out what the cause was. It could have been something I did. It could have been something that just happened. And that stood out to me. As embarrassed as I was, like, I couldn't even believe it. I was horrified that they reached out to me, but that, you know what? I was also like, wait a second. That's a stand-up company. That's a stand-up company. Who does that nowadays? Like, who does that? I swear by Firemaples. Just because I had an issue, with that particular stove. Like, I'm out here using a different one, but I should have kept it. I should have sent it to them. But, in my hot-headedness and reactionary to it not working, plus my hands are freezing, I was just like, it's never going to get fixed, and I ended up throwing it out. But yeah, talk about being embarrassed. The company actually saw me do that. And I was just like, whoa. But in the same breath, I'm like, wait a second, that's outstanding customer satisfaction. So if you're ever considering, and this is just my experience, but if you're considering anything by Firemaple, just know they do stand by their product. They saw it, and I mean, I had an oh no moment, like, oh my God. So yeah, they stand by their products, and that just made me feel comfortable using their gear. They have unbelievable gear. Sometimes things happen. What are you gonna do? So just know that you do get great customer service with Firemaple. And like I said, I'm not trying to sell you on Firemaple, but I do have a code, and it's an existing code that's I think I have it forever. I don't even know. I'm not making any money. If you want to use it, feel free to use it. It's Marlo 10, and you can go to firemaplegear.com and you can just drop that code before checkout. And I think it's like 10% off or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. And you can use it on anything. It doesn't have to be cookware. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on whatever this was out here in the snow. And yeah, we're going to be getting into doing some more camping. Like I said, I wasn't feeling too good last week. So I was just like, I just kind of went on like little micro adventures during the day here and there just to see some things. Feel free to check out my Instagram or TikTok if you want to see like those things. I usually just post pictures and adventures, more so abandoned adventures on TikTok. And let me know if you want to see something like that. I mean, I know we did that abandoned camping Boy Scout retreat, and I got a crazy response. I mean, I was like, wow, I was touched. I was like, whoa, that's kind of insane. But do you want to see stuff like that? Do you want to see just strictly outdoor stuff? I mean, which I'm going to do anyways, but you let me know what you like to see, and I'll take it into consideration going forward. But for right now, I'm going to chill and take down Fort Camouflage out in the woods here. Oh, there's like snow everywhere. But yeah, I'm excited being out here. It's awesome. But all right, I'll bring you back for takedown, and I'll talk to you in a few. Thanks for calling. This is beautiful, but yeah, it's starting to get really raw. just wanted to say I appreciate you guys coming along with me on today's outdoor and freezing cold lunch under a tarp adventure. I guess the message is, just get out there and enjoy doing whatever it is that you like to do. And yeah, you never know who's watching, right? You just never know who's watching. What were the odds that Firemaple was actually checking that video out? How embarrassing. But, it's good to know that they stand by their products and they're willing to right the wrongs. So that's it, guys. I'm going to head out. I'm almost to my car. And yeah, let me know what you want to see down in the comments. If it's strictly just camping, if it's hiking, if it's whatever, if it's abandoned, let me know. And until then, guys, I will see you on the next one. Stay safe.
Moments fade, but the circle goes round. So live your days in the light you find. Love and lose, but leave no time.